Welcome back to the Daniel Thomas Show. And Tom, you have something for us today.
I do. Today, real brief, it's Men's Health Awareness Month. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about men taking care of yourself.
Tom's going to do a prostate exam on camera for me.
And
You guys ready?
So, real quick, I know
Here's the best part. We don't know what we're going to talk about when we turn the camera on. So Tom was like, I'm going to get serious here. Okay.
And Dan's going to get serious here in a minute. But when we're talking about relationships and everything else, one of the goals in life, at least for me personally, I think Dan's in the same boat, is we don't want to be a burden to our children, nor do we want to be a burden to our spouses or our significant others. So taking care of your health is very important. So guys, if you've got something going on, go see a doctor. When was the last time you had a physical? So I'm going to put you on the spot. When was your physical?
I saw my doctor in December, but I have to go back right now because I have to do blood work and things like that.
Yep.
And so I'm due for that. It's funny, but I'll tell you a quick story. I went to a baseball game last week with a guy who is 10 years older than me and is in really good shape, really fit. And I've been around him. I sit in a section where there's a lot of people that have season tickets.
Sure.
And they share season tickets. So you see this
You know,
guy
you get to know people.
So this one guy I really like, and I said, come sit in my seats and let's go have dinner one night. So we went and we've done this a couple of times. He's just a really good guy. But this guy is very fit, and we started getting into this. And he's retired from the airlines, and he worked for a major airline that we've all heard of. And he was a baggage handler, and the guy retired to a nice house in Laguna Niguel. He's doing really well, but he was over 200 pounds when he was lifting luggage and doing all this stuff. When you could do that and make a retirement wage, but when he retired, the doctor says you got to lose weight, you got to keep the weight off, and you got to watch what you eat the older you get. And it really sunk in with me because I know that you've done the fasting morning and things like that, and I had a lot of success with that when I did that. But I just, as you worry about your blood sugar and you worry about everything that's going on that's happened to us lately, you've got to really take care of yourself.
Well, and to that, I mean, like you said, you need to go in for your blood work.
Yeah.
I do mine annually. The reality is I know what my cholesterol is. I know what those numbers look like. I know that I've got a sweet tooth, and I have to be very careful. My triglycerides can go through the roof if I let them. But at the same time, I'm conscientious that I can have some sweets now and again, but not every night. It's not my core meal of the day.
It's funny. We talked about at lunch about having a drink or two.
Oh,
and
yeah.
How it's gone. How we would drink all night in our 20s, early 20s, and do it, and then get up and go to work and do it all over again and not feel it. But now, I'm telling you, you can have one or two drinks and it just wipes you out completely. And you're not alone in that. People just don't get the breakdown the older you get. And people that I know that have quit drinking, that have been healthier with this, it really does benefit you when you do that. And I get a kick out of that. It's sober January. It's like, well, why don't you just not drink? If you have to count your drink, if you have to count the alcohol that you do, there's an issue. It's like if you have to count how many cigarettes you smoke, how much pot you smoke. It's like anything you do like that that's negative, it's going to have a negative effect on you.
Well, it's like anything. Every day that ends in a Y can be sober Saturday.
Yeah.
Every day that that you whatever that vice is, whatever you might be struggling with, but we're talking about dating, we're talking about relationships, we're talking about longevity in relationships, and taking care of yourself is the only thing in that relationship you can do.
That's the first thing you can do. A great comedian that I like is Colin Kane. And Colin Kane has said, how can you be good for anybody if you're not good for yourself? You start with being a good person for yourself. And it's really weird because we were joking about this at lunch. How much I enjoy myself and the dog hanging out, laughing. I'm sitting there talking with the dog. I talk to my dog too now that I think about that. So guys, if you're not comfortable with yourself, there's a problem. But you got to understand, don't, if you're unfit, if you're being a problem, and don't be a burden to these kids. I'm telling you, work on that. And, I hope to God my kids will take care of me when I go older, but
Well, and my hope for you and I both is that our kids don't have to take care of us.
right.
That we're in a position where we're able to take care of ourselves. If we need something, yes, the goal is that our we have a relationship with our children, and if we need a helping hand, that they're there for us.
Right.
But at the same time, work on yourself, and even if it's just a little bit every day, a little improvement, that's success.
It's really interesting. I am amazed at the amount of people out there that, they're single and they can't find somebody, but the common denominator is what you're doing is clearly not working.
Right.
Are you making enough money to get yourself rich? No. Okay, well, that's not working what you're doing. Are you in debt? Yes. Okay, well, you're not doing something right financially if you're still in this pattern. And people, have a tendency to get up, do it all over again, go to bed, get up and do it all over again. And it's the same thing. And you've got to treat yourself differently. Your health, though, it took 20 and 30 years to get yourself in this shape. You've got to turn it around slowly, but you have to do positive things towards that.
Right, exactly. And even if it's just cutting back on the number of ice creams you have in a week.
Right.
Everything. Just being aware of what you're consuming and what it might do for you long term and short term.
Absolutely.
Short term, hey, that tasted great. Long term, I don't need to be a diabetic.
Yeah.
So let's look at the long term and the short term. But we appreciate you, and we want you to be healthy. We want you in great relationships.
But it is serious. You are right about that. And again, I have people that say, I don't have health insurance, Dan, I can't do this. I'm telling you, just know your blood work and know where your health is at. There are clinics, there are places you can do this that are very inexpensive. Correct. I ran medical conferences and startups, and there are a tremendous amount of places that you can go around the country that are incredibly inexpensive that will tell you certain things. Now you can self-diagnose and read WebMD and, oh my God, I've got pancreatic cancer because my foot hurts. Okay, don't do that to yourself. Get some advice and get the blood work done and figure it out. Okay, start there, and eat healthy and exercise. Go outside. Interact with people. Be happier. Okay?
Yeah, in fact, here's what we're going to ask you to do. Turn this video off, go for a walk, and then come back. Tell us all about the walk you had, who you interacted with, the good, the bad, the indifferent, and how stupid we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Danielthomasshow@yahoo.com.
So would you be on the left or would I be on the right? Anyways, it's just anyways.
I don't think they care.
Okay. The taller dude. Okay.
Yeah. The one with the
blame him.
Yeah.
Anyways, reach out at Danielthomasshow@yahoo.com is the email address, and please subscribe. Again, guys, correct us if we're wrong. If you think everybody's healthy, you guys are idiots. I am telling you, we went to a reunion over the summer last year, and there were guys that looked as old as our dads, and we were blown away at how old they were. Okay? So, make good choices.
Take care of yourself.
So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.